Welcome to Headline News. This is Maria Han. Newly elected Congresswoman impeaches Biden for abuse of power. Newly elected Georgia U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene announced on January 21st that she made good on her promise to impeach Biden for abusing his power during his tenure as vice president in the Obama administration because of his family's ties to Communist China and Ukraine. Greene announced the news in a video posted on Twitter saying, "We'll see how it goes." In a statement, Greene said her impeachment filing is vast and detailed. President Joe Biden is unfit to hold office of the presidency, Greene said in a statement. This pattern of abuse of power as President Obama's vice president is lengthy and disturbing. President Biden has demonstrated that he will do whatever it takes to bail out his son, Hunter, and line his family's pockets with cash from corrupt foreign energy companies. Greene also said that Biden in the White House would pose a threat to U.S. national security and that Biden must be impeached immediately. She alleges that Joe Biden abused his power as the country's vice president by allowing his son, quote, to influence the domestic policy of a foreign nation and accept various benefits including financial compensation from foreign nationals in exchange for certain favors. She said, during his father's vice presidency, Hunter Biden built many business relationships with foreign nationals and received millions of dollars from foreign sources, seemingly in exchange for access to his father. The financial transactions which Hunter engaged in illustrates serious counterintelligence and extortion concerns relating to Hunter Biden and his family. She cited Biden's 2016 warning to withhold $1 billion in aid from Ukraine unless then-President Petro Poroshenko fired the country's Attorney General, Viktor Shokin. Biden claims that he asked Shokin to step down because of his involvement in a corrupt scandal, while Biden's critics say he forced Shokin to step down because Shokin was investigating corruption in Burisma, Ukraine's largest natural gas company, where Hunter Biden was a board member at the time. Many netizens expressed support for Greene's statement under her tweet. Previously, in response to his family's Ukraine scandal, Biden has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and said he never discussed overseas business dealings with his son. Biden said in October 2020 that allegations that Hunter profited from arranging outside contacts with him during his time as vice president were unfounded. U.S. Department of State website removes Chinese Communist threat, 5G security, and 6 other topics. On January 21st, the Policy Issues section of the U.S. Department of State website was alleged to have taken down 6 issue boards, including topics on threats against the Chinese Communist Party during the Trump administration, 5G security, and other content. According to the results of the 21-day review, the new Biden administration's Department of State website agenda features 17 topics, including human rights and democracy, climate and environmental protection, coronavirus, arms control, cyber issues, global women's issues, human trafficking, refugee and humanitarian assistance, science, technology and innovation, energy, treaties and international agreements, and global health. In contrast to the web policy topics under the previous administration, the new website removed 6 topics: 5G security, the Chinese Communist threat, illegal immigration, the Iranian threat, Nicaragua's return to democracy, and Venezuela's democracy crisis. Several of the panels that were removed were elements of policies advocated by the former Trump administration. During his time in office, former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo worked long and hard to lobby countries on 5G security issues and called on countries overseas to create networks that remove security risks. The Trump administration also imposed numerous sanctions on regimes such as Iran, Venezuela, and the Chinese Communist Party to combat their behavior in the areas of human rights and military expansion. The Biden administration has not yet issued a comment on the revisions. Prior to that, former Deputy Secretary of State Antony Blinken, the Biden administration's nominee for Secretary of State, said at the January 19th inauguration certification hearing that he agreed with former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's criticism of the Chinese Communist Party for committing genocide against the Uyghurs in Xinjiang. Blinken also said he would approve giving military and global diplomatic support for Taiwan to counter the Chinese communist threat. Blinken said he believes Trump's strict China policy is correct and recognizes the threat posed by the Chinese Communist Party, but denies its tactics. He said there is still a cooperative aspect to the U.S.-China relationship. In public appearances, several Biden administration officials have said they consider the Beijing authorities to be the largest strategic competitor of the United States. However, it is still a matter of observation as to whether the Biden administration will be able to maintain a tough stance against the Chinese Communist Party. Biden's proposed blanket amnesty for illegal immigrants met with Republican resistance. Leading Senate Republicans have recently expressed resistance to Biden's new immigration policy, including some who supported similar efforts 8 years ago. They rejected Biden's plans to open the borders and grant blanket amnesty to the estimated 11 million illegal immigrants living in the United States. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell said, on the Biden administration's very first day, it took several big steps in the wrong direction. On January 20th, Biden released his amnesty plan, hoping to provide a fast track to green cards for nearly all illegal immigrants and eventually make them U.S. citizens. However, 10.7 million Americans are still unemployed, and 6.2 million are only working part-time. Senator Marco Rubio sought amnesty for illegal immigrants in 2013, but he now rejects Biden's amnesty, arguing that Congress must first help the people of the United States and deal with the threat from China before it can help foreigners. On Tuesday, January 19th, Rubio released a statement calling Biden's bill a non-starter. Rubio said, before we deal with immigration, we need to deal with COVID, make sure everyone has the chance to find a good job, and confront the threat from China. He added, America should always welcome immigrants who want to become Americans, but we need laws that decide who and how many people can come here, and those laws must be followed and enforced. There are many issues I think we can work cooperatively with President-elect Biden, but a blanket amnesty for people who are here unlawfully isn't going to be one of them. Senator Lindsey Graham has also repeatedly supported amnesty for illegal immigrants. However, he said he doubts Biden's bill could pass the Senate. I think probably the space in a 50-50 Senate would be some kind of DACA deal, Graham said Thursday. Comprehensive immigration is going to be a tough sell given this environment, but doing DACA, I think, is possible. Senator Tom Cotton has warned Senate and House Republicans not to support Biden's amnesty, even though the Biden administration claims to have included enforcement measures in their new immigration policies. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said, the failed Paris deal will hurt American families while China and Russia grow emissions, and a proposal to gut immigration enforcement and give blanket amnesty, rough day one for American workers. Biden's amnesty plan also includes a litany giveaway to large corporations and the Open Borders lobby. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.